My 7-year-old broke a kid's jaw and the surgeon asked for her autograph. I got 3 calls in 2 minutes. First from Oakwood Elementary, second from Officer Caldwell with County Police, third a text saying situation urgent. And when I arrived at school, 2 squad cars were parked outside while Principal Delacqua directed me to her office where the Ashfords sat in expensive lawyer suits with their son Damien holding an ice pack to his swollen face. Mrs. Ashford informed me that my daughter Lily had violently assaulted Damien, causing injuries requiring surgery, and they were pressing criminal charges plus a $500,000 lawsuit, the number hanging like a guillotine blade. And when Officer Caldwell said he'd need to take Lily to the station for processing, I felt my world collapse because my quiet daughter, who cried at sad commercials, was about to be fingerprinted like a criminal. The Ashfords described the attack as vicious and unprovoked, showing me photos of Damien's jaw broken in 3 places. But when I saw Lily in the nurse's office with her hand wrapped and knuckles slit, she looked at me with suddenly old eyes and said 4 words that changed everything. Damien hurt Tommy Dad, and my heart stopped because Tommy was my 4-year-old with severe developmental delays. Lily explained that during recess, she found Damien and friends surrounding Tommy behind the equipment shed, filming him on the ground while they pushed him and laughed, and when Damien kicked dirt in Tommy's face while saying the video would go viral showing what a freak her brother was, Lily grabbed the phone, got shoved into a fence, then punched Damien as hard as she could when he turned away, laughing. Officer Caldwell asked if anyone checked Damien's phone for this video, and suddenly everyone looked confused because no one had thought to ask for evidence. So when they finally reviewed it, we watched 2 minutes of my disabled son being mocked with text overlays while Damien zoomed in on his crying face. And the temperature in the room dropped as Mrs. Ashford tried saying, "Boys will be boys." But Officer Caldwell mentioned charges for disability harassment of a minor, while Principal Delacqua recommended Damien's immediate expulsion. The Ashfords suddenly wanted to handle everything privately and dropped all charges against Lily within minutes. But Officer Caldwell later called to say Damien was being charged with disability harassment and sentenced to a year of court-supervised therapy plus mandatory community service at a special needs facility where he'd learn to understand the population he'd victimized, while 2 other families came forward with complaints about him bullying their special needs children. At the hospital, Dr. Isaiah Cartwright examined her hand, finding 3 fractured bones, asking what she'd hit with such force, then pulled up Damien's CT scan, showing his jaw broken precisely at the 3 weakest points of the mandible, where maximum damage occurs with minimum force. The surgeon asked if anyone taught Lily to punch, and when she said no, she just aimed where it would hurt most. Dr. Cartwright explained that her strike showed an intuitive understanding of anatomy he rarely saw in trained fighters, that the angle of impact had traveled through the jaw's natural stress points, causing complete structural failure, something even professional boxers couldn't reliably achieve. And a 7-year-old accomplishing this by pure instinct was extraordinary enough to present at medical conferences. 2 weeks later, at follow-up, he showed Lily the presentation he'd given with her x-rays and Damien's scans side by side, explaining that understanding how to cause harm was the first step in learning to heal, then printed her x-ray and signed it at the bottom like an autograph, while saying if she ever wanted to pursue medicine, that instinctive grasp of anatomy could save lives instead of breaking jaws, and she folded it carefully as a reminder of what she was capable of when people she loved needed protecting. The day my 7-year-old broke a kid's jaw and a surgeon asked for her autograph.